Years ago, with the advent of the National Health Service, they stated a method of approach had to be found that will satisfy the following 6 criteria. 1, it had to be rapid. 2, it certainly had to be successful. 3, it had to be helpful irrespective of the environmental hazards. 4, it had to destroy the basic factors behind the symptoms. 5, it certainly had to have a lasting result. 6, it had to be a method which could be used with every child. Now, how does hypnosis satisfy these criteria? It's suggested that from 1 to 6, hypnosis applies and meets every criteria. 1, it appears in our results to be working with people to be a reasonably rapid form of treatment. 2, it seems successful. It would seem able to assist the child irrespective of the parents' attitudes. The relapse rate of hypnosis compares favorably with other techniques, and the medical hypnotist should ensure that by adequate re-education, his patient is permanently helped and left so that if coming up against a stressful situation or tension-producing situation or strain, the child will know precisely how to deal with that state of affairs. It has been shown that hypnosis can be used with every child in a light stage. Therefore, a hypnotist doesn't require a team. A hypnotist works by suggestion and re-education. It's a means of persuasion while the child is in a relaxed state. Curative suggestions are placed in the mind of the child which would appear to go unworking, helping the child years later as he grows into an adult. It has been shown through numerous studies, psychotherapy, a library of education, that the seeds of ill health are sown in early childhood. Nervousness, illness, so prevalent nowadays, is often the result of early childhood training, or to be more precise, the lack of childhood training. In this respect, anxiety has been pinpointed as a critical condition in childhood life. Furthermore, it has been shown how parents, teachers, and doctors often tend to annoy anxiety, thinking a child will grow out of it. For it has further been stressed that anxiety leads on to further adult illnesses of a serious and chronic time. So many parents claim they are unselfish people, ready and willing at all times to put themselves out and sacrifice everything for their child. Many of them bemoan the difficulty at which they themselves are faced by their children on the grounds that they must have brought them up too leniently. Don't spare the rod. If they had had some good discipline, just like I did, just like we did as children, it would have done them more than good, is the theme of some cries of distress out there. But if these parents had been suffering the same torment of their children and had been feeling as ill and as fearful as their child, they would have demanded to get treatment from a doctor or specialist. Because the child cannot express this fear, he's condemned to carry on. Parents must simply understand this aspect of difficulty with their children. Most doctors specializing in childhood complaints will agree that should the child be allowed to continue without help and reassurance, showing ever-increasing attention and fear, like we discussed in earlier stages, he will eventually break down. Treatment will be harder and longer in the chronic adult condition. Doesn't your child deserve the best chance your child can get? You've raised your child, you've set the standard, you've given them a home, you've hopefully given them a loving environment, the opportunities. Why not now? Give your child the possibility of benefiting from everything you've given them without the negativity, without the programming that you may have inadvertently programmed in, or the media may have programmed in, or through our own behaviors or social economic conditions. Give I a call at the Hypnosis Center to help you make a decision that's right for you and your child, to create that loving bond, that strength.